Now, here in Nigeria, the federal government has approved the license for the establishment of a new University of Aeronautics and Management. It's called the Isaac Balami University, and it's been set up by the aviator and former president of the Aircraft Pilots and Engineers Association, Isaac Balami. Mr. Balami already operates the 7-star Global Hangar, one of the biggest indigenously owned airline maintenance companies in the subcontinent. The new university is expected to produce pilots, engineers and managers in the aviation sector. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by the founder of the soon-to-be operational University of Aeronautics and Management, Isaac Balami, who's also the owner of the 7-star Global Hangar, one of the biggest indigenously owned airline maintenance companies in the subcontinent. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Uncle Charles. Always a pleasure being with you.
Well, this university sounds jolly exciting, doesn't it?
It is.
I'm sure you're excited.
Yeah, it's a dream come true, actually.
But it's taken you a while to get the license.
Yeah, about 4 years, which is quite fair. I would say I'm
Why did it
pretty
take
lucky.
so long?
Well, I would say that is even one of the fastest I've seen. There are people that got theirs after 9 or 11 years, and some are yet to get theirs, even haven't put in so much in terms of resources. Well, it took us this long because you have to put up the classrooms, it has to be furnished, tiling, the plumbing work, the air conditioning, and you also have to get the lecturers, get the professors. And
you have to present that to the government.
And then the NUC, you have to apply, you have to make payment, they have to visit you for the to see what you've got.
Right.
And then now we are at the last phase of the resource verification before JAM is going to upload us, but the university has been licensed already.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting development, especially given that this is actually the first of its kind on the continent, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is first of its kind because we'll be dealing not just with the basic kind of aircraft maintenance, but we'll go into aerospace design and also management, which has been a major issue in the aviation sector across Africa.
Yeah, I mean, I find it amazing, really, that because, I mean, areas such as aeronautics and aviation and all that remain. I mean, people fly planes, but for most people it's an enormous mystery. So to find somebody who has the skills not only to fix aeroplanes, but actually to create a school where you train people from pilots to engineers and managers and all the rest of it. I mean, that's quite remarkable.
Yeah, it's something that we have to do because Nigeria, like I've always said, Nigerian Airways was the first to land in America from Africa with a local crew from Nigeria. Ethiopia, Kenya, South Africa were all behind Nigerian Airways in those days. But at some point we lost it and everything has gone down. So instead of complaining, we just need to start something, and we have been able to demonstrate today, like I've said in the past, we've done up to 60 aircraft C-check and D-check. When we started, they said it's not possible. We got a lot of challenges. People said, why are you wasting your time? Stop coming here. But today, even the AW1 training that the presidency flies was done by Nigerians locally. And the Air Force is embracing local content. They're supporting us. And I think that is the way to go. So we can't just stop there. We need to go to a point where we can now begin to see how we can put a platform on ground to where we can begin to manufacture some of those things. And
we're looking at pictures there of your, I believe that's the hangar, the 7-star Global Hangar.
There's a heavy D-check going on.
Yes, and they maintain sort of aircraft and so. I mean, tell us the kind of planes that you. I mean, does somebody kind of wheel their plane in and say, well, do you mind taking a look here?
Before the aircraft comes in, you must get a request from the aircraft owner. Then you check the camo, which tells you what level of checks is due. Everything that you do on the aircraft is in accordance with the manufacturer's manual and maintenance procedure that has been approved by the local authority. However, it's either 1A, 1C, 2C, 4C, 6C, up to D checks. And we've done all that. And it's basically just tearing the whole aircraft apart to have access to areas that you can't see during basic maintenance, and then to check for corrosions, check for cracks, check for functionality, and check for serviceability of vital, even life-limiting component. So basically, it's something that has been difficult to do locally, but we're doing it now, and we're quite happy that it's been done by Nigerians 100% most times.
But I mean, you're also a pilot yourself, are you?
Well, yeah, piloting, but just for private. My core is aeronautics.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to know where it's going to be located.
It's in Lagos, just about 15 minutes from the airport. For the sake of security challenges across the country, we have parents coming, sending their kids across African countries, from Europe, from UK, to come and school in Lagos, Nigeria. And we just couldn't afford to keep the school outskirts of town, so it has to be close to the airport, where they can also access the aircraft and airside as well. Right.
So when is it actually going to start running?
We are targeting this year, September. God's willing, we'll be giving admission across Africa and, of course, across the world. Yeah.
And of course, a lot of people who know you, I mean, you're quite a popular figure, know you not so much as a pilot and sort of aeronautical engineer, but more as a politician. I mean, you were the former deputy national campaign manager for the Labour Party.
Yeah.
And you worked with Peter Obi, and I mean, I remember you coming on air a number of times during the election. You were in charge of, you come from Borno State.
That's correct.
And you were in charge of that whole region for Peter Obi's campaign. So this is a different side of you.
Yeah, before politics, I was first of all an aviator. Like you read, I'm the former president for aircraft engineers and pilots. I was in aero contractors. I rose up to managerial position. I have also been active, of course, with the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. I rose to be the national spokesperson. And we also have the 7-star airline as well that is also licensed. We have some helicopters now operational, and we are also expanding. But even if you want to do politics, it's good to have something that you can always fall back to. I believe politicians should be people that have achieved in a particular field, then they can come into politics, so that you always have something to go back to.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you resigned from the
of course,
Peter Obi
I resigned. Yes,
camp.
I did. Yeah, I resigned. I'm now in APC.
Right. You carpet crossed. You joined.
I came back to where I came from. I was in APC before I went to support Peter Obi. Was in PDP. He went to Labour Party, and now I'm sure there's so much crisis in Labour Party. He might leave, he might not leave, but that is his choice. But for me, I just have to move on and keep my life going.
Right. So what are you doing in the APC now? Just a regular member, are you?
I'm just a member. For me, I'm just there to ensure that I continue to advocate for my people. I'm from the Middle Beltern part of this country. You know, part of the reason why I left APC in the first place was basically because I wasn't happy with the way the Christian North have been treated. And I was openly against President Tinubu, but he proved me wrong. By today, from the SGF to the Chief of Defense Staff to 40 other appointments that I've counted are Christian Northerners. And all I just want is inclusion, fairness, justice. That has not happened in the last 25 years, and Tinubu has given the Christian North. So I feel happy about it. Are we happy about everything? No. Is it a growing concern? Yes. But at least for the first time, the Christian North or the Middle Belt feel they are part of a government, despite the fact that we didn't vote for this government at all. But he's carrying everybody along, and I think the evidence are out there for everybody to see.
Right, and of course, you're very concerned about that part of Nigeria, as you said, and I mean, this university is another feather in the cap, because I mean, you come from there, although it's not located in that part of Nigeria.
Yeah, it's not. The university for me, you see, I kept talking about the issue of too much of certificate everywhere. When are we going to have what they call the sabificate? It's a pidgin language, sabificate, what you sabi. The point is, we want to produce graduates that will graduate not just with certificate, but with prototypes, with patents, with solutions. Like you can imagine, as I speak to you now, we already have all the CNC machine, the 3D machines, the laser welding machines, the robotic machines on ground Nigeria, and we're putting together the first 2- and 4-seater aircraft. And it's going to happen this year, should we get the right support from the government and, of course, private sector. We've gone far, we've invested so much already, and it is our belief that Nigeria is matured for this. It's not a rocket science. Most of us, like the team members I have, even our acting VC, Professor Jimmy Tola, we have Professor Olani, all those people actually also came from different parts of the world. They've been to Cranfield, they've been to Embry-Riddle. We have the best hands. We have the best today working in Airbus, Engineer Ajala. We have people in Boeing. And they're telling me, Balami, with what you've done, we're coming back to help. And with their support now, we're putting together something. We start small with 2-seater, 4-seater, and we grow. And most especially security. We believe that the university will be looking at producing aircraft that will have cameras that will help our security agencies to also, see what is happening across Nigeria and also see how we can also improve on our security.
Yeah.
So we'll be solving problems, not just giving people certificates. Hopefully.
Well, I think we have to say we're very proud of what you're doing, and I want to congratulate you, and do let us know when the university kicks off.
Thank you.
We'll try and see if we can do a story on that. Isaac Balami is the founder of the University of Aeronautics and Management, which of course is called the Isaac Balami University. He's also the owner of the 7-Star Global Hangar, one of the biggest indigenously owned airline maintenance companies in the subcontinent. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in.